and welcome back to redheart.com as well as the Crochet Crowd. I'm your host Mikey, and in today's tutorial it's all about the Fizzle. That's right, Red Heart Boutique Fizzle. It's a brand new yarn available as of 2013. Many colors are available in this beautiful scarf line. This scarf looks wild, crazy, something you definitely would see on Pinterest, and this is really as easy to knit as 1, 2, and 3. So let's get started on examining this product a little further and show you how to use it. So I've just removed the ball band. I'm having the urge to pet this because it reminds me of a puppy just lying down, just napping on my desk, just like you see. And this yarn is absolutely amazing. This puppy here is ready to go into a scarf just like you see. So what happens here with this particular yarn, we'll put this out of screen, is that this yarn here has train tracks, just like you see. So this is what I call train tracks. Some people just call them tracks, some people just call them gapping spaces. This is what we're going to be playing with, and all of these areas that are hanging out are going to be basically hanging out of the scarf just like you see. So let's begin to cast on and begin the next process. To begin, we just want to open up the yarn so that you can see the gapping spaces. You can see that the yarn is attaching from top to bottom just like so, and that's what's making the gap spaces. So just start off with, we just want to come from the back forward into the first one. And now for this one here, this is the next, we come from the front going over and then front going over. We only did the back one in order to keep all these stitches pretty well aligned with each other just like you see. So we want to play within the spaces just like you see on your knitting needles. So let's begin the next process. To begin knitting, it's just one stitch all the way across, all the way down your project just like you see, and simply I just want to stick it in. So you can see that that's how it looks, and essentially just stretch the yarn now and look for the next gapping space that's available. Now don't get confused by all these little squirrely things. Those are actually just gonna pop out, but if you end up with stitches that are not looking like stitches, you can pretty well tell right away. So we just want to continue to knit, so just coming into the first one or next one here, and these first row is kind of tough, but you simply just want to take your time and get it started just like you see. And now it's the final, so coming back in again, you can see it's crossing over and just reaching to the next gap, going around the back needle and pulling it through the front just like you see. Now if you read the directions, it would say please have caution when turning your work, because sometimes these frays like to come in over top just like you see, so then you think it's 4, but you can tell very easily by sticking in your needle if it pops over top and you have more than 3, then you know something's, you know, one of them is just a fray and not the actual gapping space. So to begin the next row, we just simply just look for the next gap in here and just wrap around the back needle and pull it through. See how I'm not really organizing any of the yarn ends that are hanging off. I'm just letting it fall where it naturally does. So we just keep grabbing each gap just like you see, and then at the end we just turn again just like you see. So it's really kind of crazy already, and it will totally work out to be really amazing. So to recap, you just have to do the entire ball just like this until you get to the very end. Again, you want to make sure you get into every gap space. You don't want to ever skip anything when it comes to this, and this really turns out quite amazing. So how do you end a project like this? It's actually just like it would be for regular knitting. If you've ever done a sachet scarf, you will know how that's done as well. It's just a typical bind off. So if I wanted to finish this project at this point, then all I just want to do is just put my knitting needles in and grab the yarn. So you just want to make sure you leave enough for 4 gapping spaces at the end, and we want to knit the first one, we want to knit the second like you see, and now we take the first one like so and we go up over just like this. This is a bind off, just like what you're seeing, and now again we just want to open it up, put it on, and again take this one here, take it up and over, And basically at this point is then I want to take this string and just put it through this loop and then just secure it into position and tucking in all the loose ends right into this particular project. So that'd be how you'd finish off with your Fizzle. And at the end of your project you end up with a really amazing scarf just like you see here. And because this is a really bulky yarn just like so, it goes really quickly and it's something that you can have and probably wear if you would like to do it on the same day. So until next time, I'm Mikey on behalf of redheart.com as well as the Crochet Crowd. So see you next time.